Okay, new rule. If the tabloids are going to continue to call these two Kimye and these two Billary and these two J-Rod, they must refer to these two as shitstorms.
Oh, that was great.
Let's just end it there. I'm not gonna top that one. Good. New rule. Okay, new rule. Donald Trump doesn't have to produce those 1,500 immigrant children he lost, but we are going to need to see Melania. Just proof of life. A photo of her holding up a newspaper. An ear. Here's a bad sign. When the last time anyone saw you, your husband was holding a shovel. How about me? Michael Cohen, my kids use air quotes when they call me a lawyer. The reason I have 16 cell phones is because I dropped the first 15 in the toilet. Based on that Stormy Daniels sketch, I can't believe how hot I used to look. Oops. I can get you some clean urine. I was 45 years old before I found out ice picks can also be used to pick ice. I do crossword puzzles when I'm waiting for lime to dissolve a body.
Nixon called me this morning.
I'm the man out here. All right, new rule. Hockey fans must admit there's a fine line between enjoying the NHL playoffs and watching homeless people beat the shit out of each other. New rule, since they're so close together, Cinco de Mayo and Mother's Day must be combined into one holiday called Cinco de Madre. That's where mom gets breakfast in bed that consists of a pitcher of margaritas and then kind of gets flowers when she wakes up in the rose bushes. Called Incel. Would you like to see, there's Stephen Miller on the cover, and here are some of the articles. 5 new grips that'll spice up your love life. "30 wet dream positions that will drive yourself wild." Getting her to say those 3 little words. Who is this? New York City's hottest places to lurk. Okay, well, here's Fox News. Will California secede from the United States? Dream on, assholes. International arrest warrant issued for George Soros. Not really, but it makes them feel good. And Hillary, always. Look, horrific Hillary Clinton snuff film circulation. Yes, she's got a snuff film out. So I thought, you know what? Why don't liberals have our own fake news? We know it's fake, but it'll just make us feel good. So we're starting liberal fake news. Lawyer? Me too. I mean, that's not a good... Michael Cohen, your $10 attorney, and worth it. Because LegalZoom doesn't keep a baseball bat in the trunk. Jewish name, Italian attitude, Polish strategy. Michael Cohen. Go ahead and sit. I'm used to dealing with assholes. A show called Myth Trusters. If there's a program in your area called To Catch a Predator when you should be looking for Hillary's emails. How I Met My Daughter. If that's on in your area, that's a Sinclair station. Law and Order Oppressed White People Unit. Messes with our free 2-day shipping from Amazon Prime, he'll finally lose white people. I just know it's true. I don't know for a fact that the first thing UPS teaches its drivers is, fuck it, park wherever you want. I just know it's true. I don't know. Goofus and Gallant, you know, those kind of cartoons that they used to have, you know, Goofus, I can't read that, but it's, oh boy, that looks like the eye chart, doesn't it?
It does.
Anyway, Gallant does the good thing and Goofus does the shitty thing. And we thought the young, dashing, polite Justin Trudeau, it's such a great contrast to the old, fat, stupid Donald Trump. So, up in their office, teamwork, great things are done by a series of small things done together, and you know, it gets morale up at their office. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. So would you like to see some of the ones they're putting up at the White House? Because these are a little different. And they have ones like, it's been 16 days since our last indictment. You miss 100% of the pussies you don't grab. Hope would like to be able to send to his wife, we had a good thing, but I had to spoil it. Now I cry to myself when I tweet on the toilet. He's trying to get back. I didn't wear a condom. I know that was wrong, but you know me, I wasn't in her long. You know, he's trying. I made a mistake. I lost my head, but this one, I didn't make pee on the bed. Words cannot express how much I love you. So here's $14,000 in cash. All right, new rule. Now that I, Tanya, received Oscar nomination, someone must tell me how I'm supposed to wish Tanya Harding good luck. Promoting it on the red carpet in show business is considered a jinx to say good luck. And of course, we all know what would happen if I tell her to break a leg. New rule, no more automatic soap dispensers at the airport. I'm tired of feeling like a robot just softly came in my hand. Dirty show. New rules. Religious Liberty Weekly. Would you like to see some of the articles in here? Because this, Mike Pence, sexiest man alive. There's 5 ways to tell your mega church pastor is gay. Hint, he's the pastor of a mega church. 12 abstinence tricks that will leave him begging for less. Dinner conversation, how to argue with your family members that read. We investigate. If God's all powerful, why can't Kirk Cameron find work? Look, a little graphic. Sarah Palin, still not employed. These are... Sarah Huckabee Sanders leaves White House to open restaurant that will serve her. Post admits grape nuts and kitty litter are same thing. Yeah, that's... These are future... Lane Bryant admits its stripper name is TJ Maxx. I always thought that. Martin Sheen begs Border Control, please separate me from my child. It's going to be Devin Nunes. Would you like to see some of the 25 things you don't know about me? I even did it once. I was eating Tide Pods way before it was a thing. My district produces plump, juicy, delicious oranges, which remind me how I sucked Donald Trump's ass. Folks who were just yelling at black folks for just existing in America. There's a video like that every day. And then Laura Ingraham this week said something, well, you know, why don't we just let Laura speak for herself? Because everybody's talking about this video, and we'll just show it, and then we can react.
Because in some parts of the country, it does seem like the America that we know and love doesn't exist anymore. Massive demographic changes have been foisted upon the American people. And they're changes that none of us ever voted for, and most of us don't like. So, is the dog whistle dead? We're just saying it outright now. Okay. Nero, this woman caught on video shaving her legs in the hotel pool must show a little more consideration. Think, lady, there are kids trying to pee in there.
New rule, someone must tell this participant in Brazil's hemp parade that if you wear the marijuana leaf costume, you don't have to mime that you're smoking a joint. We get it. Like he tweeted, "That's right, I'm pretending Trump just isn't president. But thank God Kevin Spacey's doing another season of House of Cards." Yeah, he's...
I don't think he is.
No, he's... I sometimes wonder what Trump is up to, but I'm reassured by the moderating presence of Rex Tillerson. Lots of weird looks when I walked into town tonight. Haven't they ever seen a guy with a tiki torch? Can't tell if there's something between me and my hot new assistant. Guess I'll show her my penis.
I'm not laughing.
Hey, at Live Nation, what's the holdup on Tom Petty tickets? Everyone is talking about this jacket that Melania wore, and it said, "I really don't care, do you?" There it is. There she's wearing it, and there is it in the catalog. And I think in her defense, she has a lot of racist sweaters that were in the wash that she could have worn. That she didn't. But honestly, I don't know if you've been in Melania's closet. I have. And there are some worse things that she picked out, actually one of the best. Like, here are some of the things she could have wore. She could have wore, "I'm sorry, you must have me confused with the Slovenian catalog model who gives a shit." That was another... She could have picked that one. And she didn't. My other coat is made of 101 Dalmatians. Could have been a... And finally, new rule, I don't need to know why Trump fired James Comey. I need to know why everyone else in that administration still has a job. Starting with the man Donald Trump trusts so much, he lets him take out his girlfriend. You know, they call Jared Kushner Trump's boy wonder because what anyone sees in him, boy, really makes you wonder. But Trump thinks so highly of his son-in-law, he didn't just give him one important job, he gave Jared all of them. And so tonight, in commemoration of the one-year anniversary of the day the world came to an end. New rule, someone must explain to the Florida church that apologized for posting, "Forgiveness is swallowing when you want to spit." That the sign they replaced it with wasn't much better. Chris, don't look.
It's funny.
Neural, someone has to tell the British woman who claims she sees the image of Trump on the inside of her dog's ear. Lift his tail. You'll see Don Jr. But bringing peace to the Middle East was only the beginning of Jared's assignments. You remember the list. Reinventing government, renegotiating old trade deals, resetting relations with Mexico and China and Canada, solving the opioid crisis, reimagining the Veterans Administration, rebuilding highways, bridges, dams, sewers, and power lines, and providing broadband internet to everyone in America. And then on Tuesday... So let's check in and see how Jared has done. Trade deals. Well, he's most of the way through NAFTA's Wikipedia page. New rule, MS-13 has to decide what their gang sign is. Look at you, you're all throwing up something different. It doesn't make you look like the most feared Latin gang on the planet. It makes you look like white people at a wedding. New rule, I don't want to hear any Christmas music until after Thanksgiving. And given the barrage of recent news stories, please just assure me that Mommy kissing Santa Claus was consensual. The new chief at NASA has no science background either. He ran the Air and Space Museum. in Tulsa. He doesn't know how rockets work. He knows how much to charge for a T-shirt that says, "I got a peek at Uranus." Victoria Barton, 2 years ago, was a bartender. Now she does congressional relations for HUD. And when things are slow, she cuts up limes. She's working alongside Lynn Patton, who came to the attention of Trump's crack team of headhunters because she was Eric Trump's wedding planner. Now, in her defense, she did tell the DJ not to play Moni Moni. Like Rick Perry and Ben Carson, the lethal weapon of bovine brain-eating disease. Nikki Haley was governor of South Carolina. And of course, when you think South Carolina, you think United Nations. So Trump made her our UN ambassador, where she is now dissing the Iran nuclear deal because she has a doctorate in physics. I'm sorry, did I say doctorate in physics? I meant a bachelor's degree in accounting she got so she could help out at her mom's clothing shop. Last week we met Sam Clovis, a right-wing talk radio host who Trump nominated to be chief scientist at the Department of Agriculture, despite the fact that he is not a scientist. And his experience with agriculture is limited to the mushrooms growing in the folds of his neck. So let's start with what Trump said to Jared right at the beginning.
If you can't produce peace in the Middle East, nobody can.
Yeah, because really, who better to earn the trust of the Palestinians than an Orthodox Jew who specializes in aggressively acquiring real estate? But there's just no rules anymore. Sarah Huckabee Sanders is your boss's niece in charge of office birthdays. But now she's the spokesperson for the most powerful man in the world. Stephen Miller is the guy who made every creepy thought you ever had 1,000 times creepier. Like when you said, "Let's sneak into the girls' locker room," and he said, "And kill them?" His job, senior advisor for policy. These are the best people. Hot dog on a stick goes through a more vigorous vetting process.
That's true.
Because in Trump world, the only qualification that matters is massaging his ego. You do that, and you can get Trump to do anything. Just ask these guys. We're up against the clock. All right, new rule now that Narcan, the nasal spray that reverses opioid overdoses, will be available without a prescription at Walgreens. They need to make TV commercials with a cute mascot. Opie the Sloth. Voiced by famous OxyContin user Rush Limbaugh. Opiates have you barely hanging on? Try Narcan and get back in the swing of things. My Rush Limbaugh.
You are a bad motherfucker.
Oh, it's gonna get worse.